So, the new Atma'Ram giant boss arrived during the summer update, and now there's a lot to farm if you are currently in the endgame. I know this can be a little bit overwhelming, especially for new players, so in today's video, we are going to discuss exactly what you need to know about this new Atma'Ram stage. This stage is brand new and also came with the summer update, but unlike what we imagined from the giant boss until now, you can do this stage 10 times per week. That means that you can run 10 times in one go if you want to, which is the best option on the reset day. But since many players will open their party list and run the stage until they're done, this is the best strategies to find the right parties. Being a giant boss stage, you will face 3 bosses with increasing difficulty. The good thing is, you won't have much trouble completing it because it is designed for farming. You can deal decent damage and finish it without major issues. In this stage, you will be farming Atma'Ram accessories and game gear that replaces Master Road accessories if you have the full set and the desired effect for your character. You can farm up to 5 accessories, and the top piece accessory can have the legendary effect, unlike the others which can only be upgraded to the unique rarity. There is a synthesis system, meaning that you can dismantle unwanted accessories and use the materials to upgrade the others. But before we dive into the details, let me share a golden secret rule that you shouldn't skip if you want a better quality of life during dungeon runs. In one of your farming stages, at the end, the boss will summon light and unlock a chest. You can open it by pressing F1. Opening this chest will give you 1 accessory drop with random effect, type, and rarity. Each time that you open a chest, you use 1 entry reward, so you can open 10 chests per week. I was lucky enough to get the top piece accessory in legendary rarity for my aura, but that's very rare, so don't expect it to happen so easily. The golden rule is, when you get the top piece accessory, you can combine the Code of Honor and engine cooling system to create the Mandala top accessory. This item will give you plus 10% damage buff against enemy below 100% HP, continuous damage, and adaptation. Depending on its rarity, you may get additional fixed effects, but let's not focus on that now. The point is, even if your mandala isn't legendary, the plus 10% buff still applies. That means that you deal 10 plus more damage at all times without needing to swap between Code of Honor and engine cooling system during dungeons, especially raids. It is a great advantage. So if you have those items to spare, craft the mandala with Ares and watch your numbers rise. Now, let's talk about what to consider while doing this stage. You must farm all 10 weekly entries. Don't waste the opportunity, please. Accessories are RNG based, so you want to maximize your chances of getting good ones or the set effect that you are aiming for. Personally, I think the Grove, Flow, and Wind set effects are the best among the 6 available, and here's why. The Atma of Flame will cost you 1 L's Essence to boost all your speeds for 60 seconds, and another to increase special active skill damage with each skill use. Sounds good on paper, but in practice, it will drain your L's Essence quickly, which is not ideal unless you have a large stash of L's Essence to burn. The next one, it is the Atma of Darkness. Interesting, but inconsistent. It alternates between boosting bravery and strength skills depending on what you use. If your rotation alternates between those type of skills, it might work, but most characters won't benefit much from it. The Atma of Earth, that's great for specific characters. After using a hyper skill, you will get cooldown acceleration and all skill damage buffs for 60 seconds. Then you get another buff for transcendent slot skills. It is too powerful, but requires characters who relies heavily on hyperactive skills, like Prime Operator, who summons a stronger robot. Combine this with the red skill gear for burst damage, it is the ideal situation, but like I said, there's not many characters that can benefit from the hyper skill right now, so you gotta make sure that you need to use them before considering the set effect. The next one, it is the Atma of Grove. This is the most consistent one. You should equip 4 accessories with this effect to boost critical damage and recover MP when you awaken. You will lose 6% of critical chance, but due to the stat's effectiveness, the actual loss it is less than that, so it is a solid choice. The next one, it is the Atma of Flow, possibly the best one. It will grant you up to 20% of physical and magical attack power for 60 seconds and will reduce all your skills cooldown up to 60%. The effect is triggered by using consumables, 1 for cooldown reduction and 3 for the attack buff. It is pretty simple and powerful. The next one, it is the Atma of Wind. It is designed for EXP farming. It will grant you up to 50% of EXP boost and constant skill damage increase. Also, you have a very low chance, which is 1%, to inflict extra skill damage, so that's not really reliable for damage builds, but it's great for leveling up. The new Giant Boss Stage isn't hard, but crafting Atma'Ram accessories can be tricky if you are not prepared. First, you should decide which sect effect do you want and focus on building it. If you get accessories with other effects, you should dismantle them for the synthesis materials. With 4 accessories of the same set effect, you will activate the effect, but it's based on the lowest rarity. For an example, if you have 3 uniques and 1 normal, the normal effect will apply. In the synthesis system, you use 3 of the same material to try upgrading to the higher tier. The result, it is a random accessory with a random set effect, upgraded or not. Since this whole thing it is RNG based, you should not rush. You should be consistent. Farm, upgrade it, and eventually you get the best accessories with your desired set effects. But Airon, what if I'm not that lucky when it comes about dropping good accessories rarities? Well, every time that you finish the stage and open a chest, you will gain an item called Lotus Fragment. If you get 45 of this fragment, you can trade with Avarice for a chest containing an unique rarity accessory for one of those effects that you want. To get 45 Lotus Fragment, you should consider making about 5 weeks of farming this stage, or using more entry tickets to get them faster. Either way, you can grant a random unique accessory for your set effect that you want, and this is a good deal. And lastly, let's talk about some extra details. There are currently special package in the shop that offers Giant Boss entry tickets, but you can't buy them directly, so this is slow progress if you want to finish your Atma'Ram set quickly. Airon-Elsword will host future events with free tickets, so you should keep your eye out. The title from this new Giant Boss has a unique farming method. You need to complete the stage 12 times, but it only counts once per week, so it will take you 12 weeks to earn the title. Honestly, I don't mind this because it encourages consistency rather than spamming. This format is also used for the Dogma title from Doom Upon a Raid, so you should expect similar assistance in the future titles. But hey, that's it for today's video. I hope you learned a thing or two. Now, I will be signing off, but don't worry, I will see you in game.